Well, hello, everybody.
Good evening, everybody.
It's been it's been a very long time since we've been here last.
Do you see the nice T-shirts that we got from my daughter Hannah?
Yes,
I'm tired of waking up and not being in Japan.
me too. Me
But
too.
I am going to adjust the camera this way a little bit. Yours is okay, right?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Fine.
Hi, everyone that's tuning
I'm
in right
fine. Me
now.
too. We're fine. So are you.
My fine, you fine, we fine.
Let me see. Maybe I can do this a little bit more.
It's been a while
How's
since we've
that?
been here, everybody. So please bear with us as we figure out logistics. If something does not sound right, throw it in the comments. If you can hear me, you can hear him. We have a whole brand new system going on, and this is going to get ugly.
All right, here we go. I got comments. I got you. I got me. We're all here. Everyone's here.
Hey, hey, hey. Hello, hello, hello.
Check, check. One, two.
We do,
Check,
we do, we
check.
do.
Check, check.
Well,
Check, check.
where have we left off, Mr. Murphy?
Well, we were so excited.
I
The last time we
know.
talked to everybody, we were excited about going to China.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Sounds like a daunting
Mr.
task.
Booze, hello, hello, hello,
Hello,
hello.
Mr.
We'll
Booze.
be talking about this guy in a little bit, so stick around, Booze. Don't disappear just yet.
Don't go
Yeah,
anywhere.
don't go anywhere yet.
We
Wow.
were excited because we were going to China, and everybody said, "Why would you go to China? Somebody's going to kidnap you in China.
Oh
Somebody is
please.
going to interrogate you. Someone is going to,
Oh please.
give you a hard time in China."
Oh
You know what?
please.
We had a fellow waiting with a sign with our name on it. We hired him to pick us up at the airport, take us to our hotel. En route to our hotel, we booked him for it the next day for Saturday. He picked us up
Hello.
at 9 o'clock in the morning at the hotel, took us every place we wanted to go, dropped us off back at the hotel about what, like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yep.
Lucia tried to get a nap, it didn't work.
Hello, MDS. Hi, Lucia and Glenn. We found you because of your MSC Poesia Baltic cruise in 96 days. Ovation of the seas in 10 days.
Yeah, baby.
Stick around, MDS, because we're going to be talking about the ship a lot.
We had a guided tour in China with a trip to the Great Wall,
Oh, you know, we've been to the Great Wall before. We were there in 2016, am I right?
and this time we got to ride the cable car.
So when we got on the wall the last time, we walked a little bit farther versus this time. Getting up there at age, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I said, okay, I'm done. Bye bye.
The last time she was there was
Which
2017.
it doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
been a long time.
Well, the only trouble was that we got there on a national holiday
Yes.
weekend, and everybody and their mother was
Yep.
out. We
Yep.
had a 3 hour journey on a bus with no
Yep. Yep.
bathrooms
Oh God, that was awful. And then they
to
dropped.
get to the wall, and then another 3 hours to get back.
So from the time that we landed, we hit the ground running so hard every single day before the cruise. Oh my God. Okay. They landed us in this dark side of Beijing. Let's just put it that way. You can find this in the second episode of
The
Beyond the
bus,
Great
the
Wall.
bus
The
dropped
bus
us
dropped us
off.
off. And let me tell you what, we decided to go through a wet market, and holy mother of God, Miss Jill Kelly's in the house.
Good evening, Joe
Mother of the famous Jonathan
Fisherman.
Kelly Fisherman. Yes, we know celebrities too.
Mm-hmm.
See, Jill's tuned in. She's sitting at her computer right now. I got my pen and paper ready.
She's also the mother to someone else.
Oh, that's right, Jordan. The
Jordy.
famous Japanese
We
American, the
got to get
fluent in
Jordy and
Japanese.
Flynn over here, and we got to connect with Jill and her sister.
Yes,
Tell
yes.
them all about Japan.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Can't wait.
tired of waking up
That's
and
right. We're
not
tired of not
being
waking up
in
in Japan.
Japan.
Courtesy of one Hallie Murphy. Thank you very much, my
Thanks,
dear.
Allie.
So we land in this wet market, and I'm like, we're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. Hightailed it out
It
of
was like
there.
7 o'clock at night, and
And it was
almost eight
popping
o'clock
like
at
it
night.
was a nightclub.
And it was a Sunday too.
Yes.
So Sunday night, 7 o'clock, the place was rocking. They had, every one of the stalls sold beer. They sold fresh
Oh,
seafood. They had
God.
the whole veggie thing going on,
Yeah.
and they love their noodles, dim sum.
Oh,
Everywhere I looked.
exactly. So that was day two. That was our highlight of day two. Day
Right,
3?
because we got to the
Right.
airport at night. We had
Yep.
one night out at this restaurant that was the closest restaurant to our hotel that wasn't in our hotel.
Yeah.
And oh boy, did they take good care of us.
Ah,
Lucia had a burger that was this big.
ginormous. Ginormous.
I had to have my karaage chicken,
Yeah.
which we
That
got.
was over at the pub right around the corner
The
from
pub around the
from
corner.
the
And it was a micro brew too, so they
yeah.
had exotic
Yeah.
drinks.
Now you might think our sound sounds a little bit different. We have a brand new system in here, guys. Cruise Nuts is in the house. Those
Brand
are
new
just one of the
system
songs.
arrived last week. We had the sound engineer come up and set up the whole deal for us. Hopefully, we're sounding good on the
Those
interwebs
of you that are
tonight.
coming on the Booze Cruise 4.0, you can catch these guys on the ship. They do some amazing drone footage.
The Booze Cruise is not to be confused with Mark Booze.
No. Mark Booze is a celebrity in his own mind. No, don't even go there. No, don't even go there, Jim. No, don't even go there.
He's a celebrity in his own mind.
He is. He's a celebrity of Northeast PA for how many years? Come on, knock it off. You're just.
Oh, brother.
So what was day 3 when we hit China?
Universal Studios Beijing.
We walked on every single ride. There was only one ride I did not go on. It was because this guy,
The weights.
this guy told
There
me
you
not
go.
to. Mhm.
Point at me. I'll point at you.
By the
Hey,
way.
hey.
Ah.
We're still getting used to the mirror effect on this.
But yeah, that was really good.
Universal Studios, they had a little city walk
Yeah,
there.
they did. It was
There
good.
was not a lot of people
No.
patronizing the city walk.
Because it was a big holiday weekend. That's why.
Well, it was the end of the holiday
Yeah,
weekend.
it was.
They were still off of work on Monday, but
Mm-hmm.
many people just go home on Sunday
Yep.
from the holiday weekend.
Yep.
We took a taxi, no, a Didi.
Didi.
Instead of Uber, they have
That's the safest
Didi.
form of transportation next to the subways out there that you're ever going to find.
And you have to have Alipay
Yes.
or WeChat connected to your Didi.
So
Does that sound funny or
no,
what?
the first thing you have to do whenever you're going over to China or Japan, any Asian country, number one, get an eSIM.
Get an eSIM.
We, on our website,
Electronic
luciaandglenn.com,
eSIM.
we have an affiliate called Olafly. Click the link. You get I think we get $5 for you signing up.
Yeah.
It's the best thing ever because you'll still have your regular line. You still want to get your international data
This is
plan.
not just to go to Japan or China.
Right, but you want to get your international line set up through your carrier. Get the Olafly as your secondary for your data. It takes care of all your roaming fees, everything. It handles it all. Best money we've ever spent. Thank you, Justin and Alina.
You can turn off your number or you can allow switching between your
Right.
number and the new number that you're going to have. But many of the apps over there, you have to have a
Yes.
Chinese phone number.
We some booze in the house.
We got all of the most important people in the world here
This girl
tonight.
matters because this girl is going to be my buddy on Booze Cruise 4.0. And we'll tell you about them in a few minutes coming up very soon.
Is this a
Very,
different
very,
Booze
very
Cruise
soon.
you didn't tell me about?
No.
No.
Booze Cruise is next year. Stop getting off track.
Are the boozes coming on the Booze Cruise?
Next year, yes.
That I did not know.
Stop putting the spotlight.
Excuse me?
Oh, here he goes again.
The next day, the same driver came back and picked us up. The same driver that we met at the airport that took us around town on Saturday in China picked us up and took us. It was almost 2 hours to get to the cruise ship from where we stayed for the other 4 days.
I'm so glad we found that guy. He was a blessed asset.
And it was pretty scenic going out there. And you know, these cities are still growing. You see cranes everywhere. You see housing going up. You see infrastructure like roads and bridges and tunnels and trains.
Yeah.
And wherever they're building a road,
Oh,
they're
he
putting
said
a train.
not sure as of yet.
See, there you
So
have
now
it.
he's back to I don't know, Ma. That's okay. We'll tell you about these people coming up after we are done talking about our famous trip to Japan because
We must hang with
we
them.
got a big load of Mr. Mike Lentini in the house. Wait a minute. Whoa, we got all celebrities in the house tonight. So where'd you leave off?
Where did I leave off?
Yeah.
We got to the cruise ship. We're in a Royal Caribbean Ovation of the
God.
Seas.
The food though, the people that we met in the group, we already were friends with in the hotel. So it
Bunch
was
of
good.
Aussies.
So it was good to hang out with our favorite Australian people, Diane and Steve, Lisa and Marie, Vicky and Mark, and also there was Juicy Lux, and there was a couple others. I'm already starting to forget names.
We had our own little
Sue Ann
clique.
Suppy's in the house. You know, I got to say something here about Sue Ann. #1 balloon creator right here. You need a balloon for an event? This is the girl you call, my former nail tech. She's making beautiful, beautiful, beautiful balloon designs. I love you, Sue Ann.
I want a balloon.
You can get a balloon for your asshole.
And I can fly away from Lucia.
The biggest mistake you ever made, brother, because the next one will be waiting and swooping on in.
So, hello, we're on Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Sea. This is right at the beginning of May. We had we had a couple of days in China, and we're getting on the ship.
You know, and the nice thing too about it is, in the beginning it was a rough patch. So to all you people in the group that I pissed off in the beginning, it was a rough start because it was our very first Ovation of the Seas. The food was good, the entertainment was good. It's not the same as what we're used to going with, which is MSC or Holland America or NCL. You know, people ask, who's your favorite one? MSC, hands down. That's just us. You know, and of course, we're still experimenting others. You know, we're not gonna be like, oh, I mean, we're gonna cruise that line. That's not true. We're gonna do it eventually just for the experience because we know how it is.
My favorite cruise is the next one I'm going on.
We'll get there in a minute. We'll get there in a minute. All right, we have a song.
Well, before we do the song,
You guys
tell them a little about the Ovation of the Seas. There, we're going to be on this ship for 9 nights.
9 nights.
The embarkation process was rather swift in China.
Wow, there was.
It was.
You had to wait in the beginning, and a lot of people were upset that their numbers were getting called, and they got there too late to get inside, and they didn't really get to hear the recording. So you had to decipher between the voice. Okay, which one's ours? Which one's a Chinese ship? I better not get on the wrong one.
So we got in line for the correct
We
ship,
got right on. Our bags were right at our door.
and our room was ready as soon as we
had
walked on the ship.
best. If you ever get the opportunity to upgrade, whether it's going to cost you or not, use your best judgment and do it. We had the best deck.
Our
the entire
balcony.
time. Our balcony. We had the best balcony.
Mm-hmm.
One of those extended balconies, and it was great. It was absolutely great. It wasn't an indoor cabin.
We
it
bid
was
for
a
that.
balcony.
We placed a bid for that.
Yeah, we did. Now, we'll tell you in a little bit, you know, about another one that's coming up where we're getting a complimentary upgrade, which is even better. Lots to talk about. Lots to talk about. All right. I think I'm all caught up in the chat, in the famous words of one
Oh.
controversial cruising who's not here.
Let's hear tonight's entertainment. Lucia and I, we picked a song a week ago.
I'm going to kill him.
And Lucia's been practicing all week long, and she even sings the song. This song
Yeah.
is from the heavy metal glory days.
One of his favorite albums.
The mid 1980s, 1982's
Keep going.
Judas Priest album.
Keep going.
Electric Eye had this bit of a slow song.
It's not
This
slow.
turns into something more. This is Fever.
You can turn your camera off whenever you're ready. I spent my days alone. I used to stay at home, lost in seclusion there. Like I was in a cell, a captured heart as well, surrounded by despair. Darkness fills my soul, losing all control. Down on the streets below, bright city lights would glow, the energy would rise, and through the heat I'd gaze, some counting empty days with fire in my eyes. Driving through this hell, can I break Fever, you set my soul on fire. Fever, you fill me with desire. Fever, you gotta get it right. Fever all day and night. Then one night as I walked, I heard your body talk. I saw a shooting star in some magnetic trance. Our beating hearts would dance and crash down from afar. Oh, how strange fate is. Never dreamed of this. Fever, you set my soul on fire. Fever, you fill me with desire. Fever, I'm gonna get it right. Fever all day and night. So destiny has brought us oh so close together. We're like an angel in the night. Living a dream, at last I'll be with you forever. And all at once it feels so right. Fever, you set my soul on fire. Fever, you fill me with desire. Fever, you always get it right. Fever all day and night. Fever, you set my soul on fire. Fever, you fill me with desire. Fever, you always get it right. Fever all day and night.
Well, let's have a round of applause for Lucia for nailing that song.
Somebody's
that
asking
she's
you a
been
question.
practicing
And somebody's
all
been
week
asking a
long.
question in the chat.
What is the question? How much of a turn on it is that she's musically inclined? Oh, man. Well, I'm not
Thank you,
going to stand
Tristan.
up and let you know the answer to that question.
You're funny. No, don't stand up.
I'm not going to
No,
stand
do not stand up. The
But-
real Glenn Murphy, do not stand up.
She killed it. She really, really
I love
nailed
that song. That's a good one.
You know what? That page turner of yours needs attention.
Ah,
She was the one that failed me.
yeah.
The page turner.
It's okay. I managed to do it without. I don't need it.
But the singer and the girl on the piano, they were dynamite.
Thanks. Did you notice anything new about my face, Mr. Murphy?
Yes, she has brand new glasses. They're
Thank you,
brand
Mike.
new. They're
Yeah.
red.
Well,
And
we've read and we've
whenever she
green.
buys a pair of glasses, she buys two pair of glasses just
right.
in case she loses one.
That's right.
Because she has a tendency to leave things behind. Right?
And to answer your question there, Mr. Trisnick, I don't know you, so welcome to Lucia and Glenn. I've been playing since I'm 5 years old. The piano that I'm playing on tonight is a petite baby grand in the words of Joey Aiken, 1930.
Wow.
And this is nice. The one upstairs that I inherited from my mother, 1919 at least. No, 1960 on this one. I'm sorry. 1919 upstairs, and it's one
Yeah.
of those. It's one of those pianos that you recognize growing up back in the day. I think that's the way he put it.
We're considering doing a piano night upstairs too with the new piano.
Well, we have some logistics to figure out on that one.
Just installed.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some serious logistic training on that one because my assistants may not let you film. All right.
So you were really really good tonight.
Thank you.
I have to let you know.
I told you. I'm back. I love playing piano. It's my therapy dealing with the death of my mother. It lets me escape. And when I practice all week long, forget it. I knock it out of the park.
That's right. You know, the very first time I saw Lucia play the piano was when we were on the Yangtze River in 2017 on a rainy day.
He had no idea that I played piano. He had no clue.
I think it was a sea day.
2 whole years, I played no piano in front of him, nothing. We get on this cruise ship. Now, if we picture the Titanic being in the main ballroom, and you're standing in the middle of these windows that just span out like this. He's standing there, and I start doing this. Wait. And as I'm doing this,
There it is.
he turns around. He's looking at me. He's like, "What?"
Without
It's
music,
like, "What are you doing?"
without an iPad in front of
And I go,
her.
"What do you mean? What am I doing?" And he was just in awe. And he goes, "I didn't know you played." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Sit down, watch this." Played the whole song of Home Sweet Home. While the song was going on, the
She got more
somebody
attention.
went and got attention of somebody else. The whole audience filled up, and I was like,
A rainy day on
I was
the
like,
cruise ship. And Lucia became the entertainment. That was a great cruise because
"Shelby Sharp in the house."
that was
Sorry.
a great cruise because when it ended,
Yeah.
everyone had like a "He's Got Talent" moment.
Yeah.
They had a talent show
That was
for
great.
the
And they were
crew,
trying to get me to
and
get in it again. No.
they were just so very good
One
at what
big
they
shout
did.
out to Miss Shelby Sharp. She just graduated.
Good
Well, she didn't
evening.
graduate. She just finished her
She
first
finished
year
her
of
first
college,
year of
president's
college
list at my alma matter.
with 4.5.
I am very thrilled. Congratulations. And today is
You're
also the
paying
day that
attention
her
over here.
sister, Morgan, is on her way to her graduation. Well, her
Her
graduation
orientation.
achievement, her very first job.
Her orientation.
Well, I said graduation achievement. Shut up.
Oh, you said something like that. Graduation was last year.
I
This is
know.
orientation.
Yeah, orientation for a new job. So we're very excited for them both.
Very
What else?
proud. Very proud.
What else?
Well, what else is
Talking to your microphone, meatbag.
what else is yes, we miss Japan so
Oh,
much. We've been trying to make up for it. And the only exception to the food we've been eating is we're also sampling a different pizza.
yeah. Yeah, pizza's been on our mind all week. So we, Lucia and Glenn, made some major changes to our schedule coming up, and you can find every trip that's coming up. It's not fully updated yet, but it will be very, 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 very soon. We are cutting back on cruising, not by much. We still have some cruises coming up. The big one that we're hoping that a lot of you will jump on, non-group, is the MSC one coming up in October. Somebody is turning 60.
I'm going to be having my birthday.
We do have one of our
Happy birthday
Facebook
to
fans.
me.
One of our Facebook fans is coming on that trip, so they don't know what they're in for. But if more people want to join, we have all the information up on our website where you can take a look at the rates. You want to come and have a good time with us, this is the way to do it. So in light of cutting back on our trips, we're not doing Singapore in December of next year. That's been axed. We're not doing Mexico in December of next year. That's been axed.
December this year.
What?
It was December this year.
Oh, that's right. It was
Yeah.
December this year. That was axed.
Right.
Instead, we are going back to Japan for Christmas.
For Christmas.
We still have to finalize it all. So Daniel and Yuka, if you're seeing this, we'll send you dates. We'll coordinate accordingly. And next year, we're going again. So we're going to be going more than once a year because we love it there so much. There's so much of Japan that we have not seen yet. I think the next one that's on our target range, we said, was Hokkaido. So
yeah, because I want to go when it's cool, not when
you
it's
want to go see the monkeys. You want to go see the monkeys.
In July.
You want to go see monkeys.
September and May, and we want to see the snow monkeys.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we want. So that's what's in the highlight. So anytime you guys want to join us on one of our cruises, by all means, come with us. You want to join us going to Japan? Just let us know. We'll help you with your airfare. We'll help you with your hotel through Autobahn Adventure Travel, and then the rest of the adventure unfolds. I know when we go back to Hong Kong, we're going back to Hong Kong Disney. That is a must. That is definitely going to happen.
We will have time for that.
Oh, yeah.
But I wanted to say, you know, when we got on Ovation of the Seas, not only did we make friends with a lot of Australians,
right,
but we also made good friends with the Koreans.
Oh, dude.
And when we got off of the ship, we had people in Korea that would take us around and show us everything that was cool to be seen.
It was really good. And
then they fed us really good too.
Yeah, that was really cool. Going around with So going around with our friend and her daughter in Korea,
Yeah.
that was the best. Jay Kim
Sean,
and Sean, yes. She made us such pretty presents and stuff. It was really cool.
wonderful welcome that
And
we
then
got.
hanging out with Hunter. If you're ever in South Korea, look up Hunter, the travel guide. He
Met us
is
at
just
the cruise
amazing.
port, took us everywhere that we
Yep.
wanted to go, and then dropped us off at the
Yep.
restaurant. Hmm.
It was a good time. It was a good time.
So that was
Food and Vacations has finally arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, bow down to the queen of food. She finally has arrived in my show. I watch this woman religiously every day at 10 o'clock. And the joke with her is she can't keep up with the people in the chat. So now she's here thinking that I'm not going to be able to keep up in chat. Well, let me tell you what. I've mastered. So take some lessons, foodie. I think she's I don't know if she's going to be on Booze Cruise next year. She might be, but I know the usual constituents from what I'm hearing is Cruise Nuts, Eddie Lugo Studios, Go Live Together. That's Cheryl and Jeremy. Controversial Cruising. Maybe PK might be there. I think so. Yeah, PK is going to be there. We're going to be there. It's going to be a good time
food is here.
because we've been told that we have to start planning. I guess we're helping Eddie plan it, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
What planet?
Planning, planning.
Oh,
What
planet.
planet are you on, Mr. Murphy?
What
Hello.
planet is this?
So,
Come down, Lucia. Come down.
hello.
Why don't you think about another song there, and I'll
Not tonight.
what else happened
Keep going. We still got time.
when we boarded the Ovation of the Seas.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
We already had all of our dinner reservations
Yeah.
booked, and every day it was a challenge
Oh Jesus.
because we would eat when we got off of the ship,
Yeah.
and then we would have dinner
We'd
reservations.
have to move the dinner
for 6
reservation.
or 7 o'clock. We'd have to move the dinner reservations to 9 o'clock.
What was your favorite restaurant on Ovation?
Oh, Chef's Table had a lot going for it.
Really, Chef's
And
Table?
that was inside of
Because you got drunk off the wine.
Cagney Steakhouse. Well, they had a wine pairing.
And I have to say this from now on that whenever I say the word, my husband had a couple drinks, I have to say the disclaimer so he doesn't get mad. My husband is not a fall down drunk.
But if they're giving you a glass of wine with your wine
Yeah.
pairing, and Lucia's not drinking,
No, you
that
get
means that
double.
I get 2 glasses of wine.
The mocktails were pretty good. I have to say, they didn't, it's nice to see that there's a lot of entities out there doing the mocktails to support sobriety. And I'll tell you what, I don't miss a day of it. It's going to be 47 months this month, June. I'm celebrating 4 years next year.
There
I don't
was
miss it.
always a selection
Yeah,
for mocktails.
It was good.
There
What was
always-
mine? What was my drink? The mojito or the
Shirley Ginger.
Shirley Ginger? Yeah, you're gonna have to start making that for me now.
I know, right?
But we are off the soda 1 week, which isn't bad. It's like literally next to nothing. I
After you
think.
came back from the cruise, then you gave up soda.
Yeah, after I came back from the cruise. So, oh, Hook It Foodie. We haven't seen him fall down drunk. If you were on the cruise the first night of if you were on the cruise the first night, you would have seen him go right in the bed. He was cooked. He was done. And you know what? My husband's very funny when he drinks. I gotta admit that he's extremely funny when he drinks.
He's the funny one.
Well, back when I used to drink, I was really funny. I don't need that. I could be funny without the booze.
So next month, Lucia will be 4 years
Full,
sober.
full. Yeah.
4 years without an alcoholic beverage.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels good. But of course, all the problems come up after you quit drinking. But we're dealing with it. The big one is the eye issue, and then the ongoing finger issue that we talk about on Facebook with the ankle. Those are the only complaints that I have. Those are the only complaints.
We work on it all the time.
Other than that, I'm, physically healthy, 50 years old. Today was a very trying day going to my mother's and starting to go through the stuff. I'm sure, Foodie, But you know what? The minute I opened up that door, I smelled my mother's sauce. And it just took me right back to when she used to make the sauce. My best picks of George is when he's tipsy. He's a happy drunk. Oh, Glenn's a happy drunk. He's a happy Buddha, too.
I want some of your mother's broccoli rub.
We're going to have to attempt to make it. It's not hard.
It can't be that hard.
No, it's not hard.
Right?
Yeah, no, my mother made the best broccoli raw, but like I said, we opened up that door today and the smell. And I wasn't even teary-eyed. It was so nice just to go back in there. We took a coating off the top of cleaning out our house. My mother saved everything. Where do you think I got it from? And you know, we have a lot of work to do. How long is it gonna take? Year, 2 year, 3 year, 4? Who knows? It's just a beautiful set. It's just beautiful 50 memories that I was just so happy to be a part of.
You got sidetracked every step of the way.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
So it was a complete walk down memory lane, and
Yeah.
I carried a lot of bags to the job.
It brought back memories of him that when he moved me out of my ex-husband's house, of all the stuff that he hauled out of there.
Oh, you never threw anything away.
Got it from my mother.
I got you to go through your sock drawer at least,
Oh, jeez.
right?
You're so embarrassing. All right.
So, what else happened though when we got off of the Ovation? Every one of the meals that we had, every one of the places that
Oh,
we went,
God.
everything was wonderful on this ship. There was 2 stops in South Korea. There was 3 or 4 stops in Japan, and then they dropped us off in Yokohama. We went to stay in Wacko
Yeah.
neighborhood in Tokyo.
Beautiful.
And we were what, like a 15-minute walk from the train station.
Yep.
And it was a pleasant walk too,
Yep.
as long as it wasn't like, I don't know, raining.
No.
But we were very fortunate. The weather gods were on our side for the entire trip,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody got home, and the cats were really happy to see Lucia. I have to say.
You know,
Mhm.
we got Sunny right before we left. I felt so bad that we were.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt so bad that we were leaving him behind. And yes, Foodie, praying we are both better. I agree. And, you know, I felt really bad that we were leaving him behind. I didn't know what to do. But let me tell you what, this cat, he's a little rock star. Don't let him fool you. That little guy did so good while we were gone. And now he's to the point where he's playing with Numby. Numby's never had a playmate. Numby's always had a swatter, a little fighter, you name it. But he loves her. They picked up right where they left off, and I was thrilled. I was really thrilled. What else?
So here's what I'll tell you. Everybody says, where are you going next? And we're not going to go into a lot of it because you're going to see a lot of it
Let's
on
put it this way.
our channel.
Today is June 1st. In 18 days, 18 days from now, because we're not counting today, okay? We want you to make sure you have hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're following us on all social media platforms, because the next adventure that we're going on is a very special trip. My husband and his 2 daughters, Hallie and Amanda, they're +1s, Jared and Sean, myself. I gotta get choked up here. And thanks to the 7 years of me being in business, I was able to buy my niece Lena a ticket to Greece for her graduating from Florida State University, magna cum laude, and getting out alive and avoiding the incident that took place on campus. So we're also taking along my brother. It's going to be a really special trip, and we don't want you to miss any of it. So if you want to see the videos before they go live, head on over to our YouTube and sign up and be a member. It's only 99 cents a month to join. Even if you just want to join just to watch Greece, because this is the route we're going to be taking now with our videos. We want you to see them before they go live. In fact, we just put up a video today about Grandma's Pizza at the Bistro in Dunmore, PA Hotel Inn. Let me tell you what, that pizza was divine. It was a nice taste of history from when she was with Brownies. I enjoyed it. We've had so much pizza. I'm not going on a pizza tour. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. You want the best pizza? Northeast PA Pizza Review is where it's at. You want hot dog reviews? DeMatteis Food Fight is where it's at. We're focusing in on tripe. We are the NEPA Tripe Tour. It's an offal. I will be eating every offal I can get my mouth on when we go to Greece.
Okay. All right. Calm down, Lucia. So I do want to give a little shout out to Alex from Center City Print.
Yes.
Who, when we told him our plans for
He was so excited.
he kind of discouraged us from going to multiple
Oh,
islands.
yeah, he did. So that's why we're going to do Athens and Paros.
Well, you don't realize, what connections mean, and
Yeah.
when you're there.
He said there's enough to do on Paros. Go look it up, and sure enough,
so
this guy's been looking it up.
Athens and Paros.
This guy has been looking it up, and oh my God, the creators that I think we're going to run into going to Greece. I'm ready. Do you remember the name of the restaurant by chance that you and I went to after we went to the Acropolis that day?
Mm.
It was on the left-hand side, right? I think it was on a main drag.
I think it's called Gricos.
You better go.
Gricos.
Okay, well, you got some
on my
homework to do
calendar.
because I want to go back to that restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. All right, what else you got?
Well, that's all I got. I gotta have you stay tuned because
Yeah.
Greece is the next trip on the
Yes,
horizon.
it is.
And we are going to one of those beautiful places in the world.
And you know, we haven't been to Greece since 2019.
Yeah.
It's been 6 years, and we're going back. And we're revisiting a lot of the places that we've already been to, like Hong Kong. Shenzhen, China's brand new. We're going back to Japan, but we're going to different parts of Japan. Hopefully in 26, I'm just throwing this out there, we might take a visit back to Singapore and Thailand because I would really like to go back. It was 2018 when we went there. So, and then I'll be all caught up on Asian stuff, and then maybe Seoul in 27, 28, because we really have to get to Australia. That would be a really good trip, but that's a long one. So we'll see.
It's a long flight.
That's a long flight. You need at least 2 weeks. And if we're going to make it a family trip, that's even bigger.
Got to break it up somehow.
Yeah.
Got to break it up.
Mediterranean cruise is on my bucket list, says Mark Booz. 2027, World Asia. Yes. That's where we're headed. But we know you're a carnival guy. So we're gonna so before we disappear, and this is coming up in July. See this guy here? We're going to visit him and the lovely Lisa Booz for a couple days before we go on NCL Aqua. We didn't get invited.
Okay.
How does that make you feel, Mr. Murphy? We didn't get invited like all the other creators. But we're going. We're gonna hang with these guys. We're going to see if they want to go to SeaWorld with us so we can see our friend Lucy from the Norwegian Gem Trip. And we're also going to go out to our friend Jean Lasante's restaurant, see if they want to come with us. So it'll be good because we don't want to.
Leaving from Port Canaveral for the first time.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
And I thought that the Boozes lived in Orlando.
No.
They don't.
No.
They're far away from her.
Yeah, they're far.
And I was thinking, like, geez, maybe Booze could pick us up at the airport. Until I found out how far the drive
was. No, we're not going to do that, too. We're just going to rent a car. I think you rented a convertible.
Yeah, we got a fancy car.
All right. Anything else?
I think you're going to play a song. Boy, the way Glenn Miller plays
songs that made the hit parade.
Guys like us, we had it made.
Those were the days, and you knew who you were then.
Girls were girls and men were men.
Mister, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again.
Didn't need no welfare state.
Everybody pulls his weight.
G.R.O. LaSalle ran great.
Those were the days. Thank you all so much, including the 11 of you that are still hanging out here at the end of the chat. 40 minutes later, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. You're not sick of us. You don't hate us. What?
We want to know how good the sound system sounds.
Oh, yeah.
Or how bad the sound.
Yeah, let us know how good it is. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with us. We really appreciate you all taking the time out of your Sunday and hanging out with us clowns. Remember to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. If you follow us on social media, invite your friends to follow us. We love you all, and we appreciate every single one of you, including you haters.
Stop. Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
Good night, all.
Next episode, it might be your lucky